Hello and welcome to the second half of your intermediate accounting course. In this video, I just want to walk you through Blackboard, make sure you understand where everything's located and the expectations for this course. First thing I want to start off with, every time you enter Blackboard, you should come to this page with the announcements section, or you can always click on the announcements. Here you'll find your to-do list for each week. Hopefully this will help you keep on track and know when everything is due and what you should be working on. I will also make sure I post any other information that you might need here, so make sure you check this frequently. Next, going to the syllabus and schedule, you'll find probably the most important part to you is the calendar of the classes and when everything is due. As you can see, this first week we're just really working on making sure we have access to everything, getting used to being back in classes and just getting comfortable with Blackboard. We will start chapter 13 next week, so you might want to get started with that now. I have it set up so that we have an exam every 2 chapters. So hopefully that's not as overwhelming because I know this material is pretty intense, but that last chapter will cover just those 3 chapters combined. So hopefully that helps kind of break out what you need to be working on. I would recommend going through, reading the full syllabus when you have a chance. I just want to make sure that we are on the same page in regards to grading. So let me go over that portion with you, as well as the required materials. You should, if you have taken Accounting 201 here at Harper, you should just have to click on a link. If it's not working, just send me a quick email and we'll get it figured out. You should not have to purchase anything if you've taken this class at Harper already. Moving on to the grading, we'll have homework that's due in Wiley, that's 10 points apiece, as well as these quiz assignments that I have set up as a review. Those are also 10 points apiece per chapter. Then we have some career ready projects, which I'll go through with you, and then those 5 exams. So hopefully that's pretty straightforward. If you have questions, need more clarification, just let me know. Then coming back to Blackboard, you can go ahead and read that online orientation if you choose to do so. It just gives you a little bit of background for online classes. If you want to know a little bit more about me, you can click on this link here, find out some information if you want to, or you can always find me on LinkedIn. The course materials is probably where we are going to spend most of our time. Here you'll find the introduction. I want you to start here. Make sure you click on that and you'll see this video and kind of go through showing you how to get access to Wiley and then making sure you introduce yourself in the discussion board. In each of the units, I'll go here first. You'll see this by chapter. This is what you're going to learn. I have access to the ebook for that chapter here. I've included some PowerPoints in case you really like those and want to print them out, take notes while you're reading. That's fine. I've also included kind of like a quick study guide for each chapter, kind of highlighting some of the more difficult or just troublesome homework problems. And so I'll go through those with you in these videos, and you can also print out that homework help guide. Then you'll see the chapter 13 homework that's worth points, and then giving you some of this chapter in a multiple choice format in this quiz, just to get you ready for those tests. Now, some of this, if you look at the homework, there's not that much. I do this on purpose. We're all kind of in different stages of our lives, have different amount of time to work on things. I don't want this to affect your grade. But if this is something that you're struggling with, I want to make sure you have additional practice. So I've given you additional homework practice for each chapter so that you can go through and just make sure you're understanding the material. I would highly recommend this, especially if you're getting ready for an exam. So again, this is how each chapter is set up. Once you're completed these chapters, you'll see the exam that goes with these chapters. Here I've given you study guides along with 2 different practice exams. One's a little bit easier. Your actual exam is probably going to be somewhere in between these 2, kind of at the medium level. But I want to get you something to build your confidence a little bit and then something to really challenge you. So that will be available for each exam. Also, for study purposes, you can always come to this Wiley course resources. In here, you can sort by chapter, and you'll see crossword puzzle if you want to have some fun with that. Also, they have lectures for each chapter. If you want to go through a lecture type format, maybe you want to keep that playing while you're doing the dishes at night. There's also narrated PowerPoints. So find something that works well with you. We all learn differently. So make sure you try a couple of different things. You'll also see there's CPA exam lessons if you want a little bit more of a challenge. And there should be, in some of these, they have like applied skills videos that will really kind of help walk you through. There's one in chapter 2. So kind of walk you through more of a homework type problem. So again, make sure you use these resources, especially if there's a topic you need some additional help on. I also wanted to walk you through in these chapters. Sometimes it takes a little while to open for me, but these quizzes that you're going to have to do for Wiley, let's see if it will open. They're kind of like, if you remember Orion, a little bit like that. I'm not going to be able to get an example. You'll see that it's going to grade you based on what you get right, what you get wrong. I'm not reading them. Oh, look at that. But when you get it wrong, they'll also give you that correct answer. And if it's like a math thing, they'll explain that. Once you get to a certain amount, you'll start earning points, but you won't lose points here, unlike the Wiley system. So again, just a good example of practice for those multiple choice questions. So that's all in your course materials and how each chapter is set up. In the projects, just because we all need a little bit of something different at this point when we're getting to the end of these classes, we're kind of, I don't know, I'm sick of reading discussion boards. You're probably sick of doing it. So I wanted to give you something a little bit different to work on. And this is like the big buzzword right now, is these soft skills in the job market. So I wanted us to have an opportunity to work on some of these soft skills. So these do not have to do with the content of this text. You can do them at any point in time, but I really think it will help you in your career, in your job interview skills, and just give you more rounded potential when you're looking for jobs. I think we're all kind of at the end of our schooling here if you're in this class, so I would just make sure you're ready for that. So once you get into those, please let me know if you've got questions. You only have to do one of them, but I give you the option of 2 different things to work on so that you can really tailor it to what you want. Again, there's a discussion board, just one, just the introduction, so that we can make sure that we're networking and you can kind of see who else is in this class with you. So get access to Wiley. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll start really in our content next week. And good luck this semester.